Hello, Devin. It is Tuesday, October 2nd, 2018. I just ran up a hill. It's a big hill, as you can see. There's a cow. I don't know. What's the San Luis Obispo? Okay. Wanted to do that in one shot, but I have to flip the camera around. I don't know. Why is a cow on top of this mountain? It's 641 in San Luis Obispo. It is a beautiful place. I promised you a video. The view comes for free. I'm on top of what's called Isley Hill, which is one of a series of geographic formations. Two of the others you can see behind me right there and right there. There are a lot of mountains in California. It's very different than Florida. It has a kind of beauty to it. You know, if you're into that sort of thing. Let's try this angle. That's a fun angle. As an Oregonian, I always prided myself on like this deep and slightly misguided hatred for California because it's hot, it's always on fire, there are no trees, there's sales tax, it's California, but funny thing about prejudice is when you encounter the object of your prejudice and like see it deeply and understand it deeply, hopefully it would help you overcome it. Still slightly prejudiced, I admit, but we love it here. It is gorgeous. What's going on in my life? I am running more because I have so many wonderful places to run. I just got a job a couple weeks ago, just working at a hardware store, which is actually behind me somewhere. The nice thing about SLO is that there are so many landmarks. You can find yourself almost no matter where you are. Hardware store is up here, I think, and our house is here-ish. Yeah, it's like a 10-minute bike ride. It's super nice. And there's the ocean, that-ish direction. Mosquito, be gone. Yeah, we like it. I had plans for this video and I totally forgot what they were gonna be. Like I was like, hey, let's do something different and like have a cool video where I'm running up a mountain and stuff. Which I now realize is probably just me trying to show off. I don't know, it's like a cold open, you know? You start in the middle of the action and then you do the intro, but we don't have an intro, do we? Our intro is us saying hello to each other. Right, so San Luis Obispo. So, I don't know if I said this. We're just gonna do the cow in the background. Katie's job, which is fantastic, she loves it. She's managing she's a project manager for this National Science Foundation grant, and can be remote after like 6 months. So she's here in SLO at Cal Poly, which is where her boss works. But like the grant is all of these universities and institutions around California. So in 6 months, it's not gonna matter where she lives because, you know, she's gonna be driving around all the time anyway. And a lot of her work can be done remotely as it is. There's a guy behind me, so I wanna give him, you know, solitary passage to the beautiful cow, which is why I came down here. The whole self-conscious thing with video blogging comes up again, which is nice for me because I don't know where I'm going to be working. So I'm applying for jobs in California, which is great because that's where a lot of the biomedical jobs are. I actually just applied to one yesterday morning. It's a company that makes surgery robots, so that's cool. No idea if they'll hire me, but I feel like I'm qualified. Mosquitoes back. So we found a 6-month lease and we're like, great, we're only here for 6 months. Let's get to work doing, Katie doing her job, me doing work and also looking for work. And the guy's gone, obviously. Mosquitoes are back. But it's such a beautiful place. And we found 2 churches we like. We haven't really picked one yet. For a while in Florida, Katie was going to 2 churches, like full time. So we might just do that. I don't know. We also have 2 small groups. They're both fantastic. They're just like every person in the small group, and each small group is cool. They're super dynamic and fun. A lot of them play games. I joined a D&D group, so we're meeting sometime this month for our first session. I don't know, adults have trouble making friends, I think. And that's because a lot of the institutions that are really conducive to friend making, like being in a new place in college with a whole bunch of other people in the same situation as you, Matt calls these conducive situations towards friend making, disappear once you graduate. Like, you're supposed to just get a job and, get a house and join your communities and whatever. It's not done for you, and everyone's like settled into their lives. So we're having that problem. But we're also having a problem where we are finding people and they're fantastic and great. And we're like, well, shoot, we're gonna leave in 5 months because it's been a little over a month already. So how do you commit and be engaged and intentional about building community and growing in fellowship and encouraging one another in Christ and just making friends and investing in good friendships when you're going to be here for such a temporary period of time? And I don't know. I guess that's just the lesson of the last couple of years, is that when you have successful friendships, they inevitably sort of become long distance. There's one exception, excuse me, and that is marriage, because ideally you would live with your spouse. And I got that one locked down. But, you and Michaela are in Seattle, and Matt's in Portland, but we're not in Portland anymore. Sorry, Matt. And we have all these great friends in Tallahassee, and I have friends in Maryland and Florida and Arizona and Alaska. I think some people are there. And you just kind of have to deal with being long distance. Your lives go separate ways. And the depressing thing is, the vast majority of your relationships, once you go long distance, become in the past. Unless you have a solid, actionable plan to be not long distance. If you're dating long distance and you're like, okay, it's only going to be for a year, and then I'm going to graduate and I'm going to move out there and we're going to be together. When you have long distance friendships, statistically speaking, if you've been friends in college, I should probably start walking down now because it's a few minutes past sunset and I have to get back there-ish. Statistically speaking, most of your one-on-one interactions with that person are going to be in the past. You've done the majority of them, which is sad. The same is true with your family. I'm sorry, this is taking a really sad turn, but I lived with my parents for 18 years and then off and on after that, and I'm not living with them anymore. So I'm only going to see them on holidays and occasional other random times, like when we move back across the country. Which brings me to something my mom asked me, actually, about a month ago, which was, could she and I, set up a routine of talking weekly? And I was like, sure, of course. Deny my mom the chance to talk to me. I'm not supposed to do that. So we're doing that, and I guess that's the answer: is you have to be intentional, and that's sort of one of the many things that gets brushed aside when our culture talks about love, is that scheduling love is a thing. It is a legitimate tactic, and honestly, I think a good demonstration of love, both that you would do the things you schedule, that you would go on the dates and the hikes and the whatever that you had planned. Someone's getting really sore. But also that you would be so intentional as to put it on your calendar and say, all right, this is a priority. This is the hour a week non-exclusively, but this is the 1 hour week where it is just you and me doing a thing. Because like love and commitment take work, man. And you know this. I know you know this. And like the doing of that work might not always look romantic and exciting. I know we love spontaneous acts of romance because they're, I don't know, I guess spontaneity is the kind of thing our minds latch onto. Like if there was a big spontaneous quasi life-changing event, like you know, stealing your courage to the sticking, like what's the phrase? Screwing your courage to the sticking place and asking someone out, or quitting a job, or jumping on an airplane, because that's why are so many rom-coms have their finales in airports. One of the least romantic places imaginable is an airport. Like these are emotionally charged moments. They are like a lot pivots on them. Like it is the climax of a tension, like before a resolution. And it's something different. It's something that you have probably never done before, which is why it sticks in your mind and it makes for a good, you know, cinematic piece. But that's not like how love is maintained. Love is maintained with diligence and effort, and it's not always fun, and you don't always want to do it, which is another thing that gets lost, is that often love is shown not by actions fueled by desire, but actions despite a lack of desire. I don't know why I feel the need to go all philosophical. I guess we're sort of modeling these video diaries off like the Vlogbrothers, and they tend to have sort of like axioms. It's not the term. What am I thinking? Short little pithy sayings that like kernels of an idea. When in reality, like, I guess I'm criticizing myself because I tend to be spontaneous with these video letters, and that doesn't always work. I think like the balance of content created on this shared channel definitely is leaning heavily toward your favor, because I don't make videos enough. Anyway, oh, there's cows. That about wraps it up. I have no idea when we're going to see each other again. I'm sorry. I'm excited for you that you're done with Boeing and moving on to a PhD. That's so awesome. Dr. Devin is just going to be, I think, such a hoot in the classroom or wherever he winds up. Really excited for you and Michaela. I don't know who watches this channel. Basically, you and Michaela. So I probably could say whatever I wanted, but I'm going to leave it at that. Although maybe that's saying too much by leaving it vague. I'm glad you guys are doing well. It's great, and it warms my heart. It makes me happy. What else is happening in life? Katie's in Florida right now, which is why I can excuse myself to go on these long, rambling jaunts for a conference, which is funny because we just left there. This dog barking. Yeah, I guess I can wrap this video up. Devin, it is good to catch up with you. I wish you all the best. I'm glad life is settling down a little bit, and I'll continue to keep you in my prayers that it will continue to settle down. And I know that all the hard work you put into everything important to you, it's gonna pay off. Bye now. Hello, Devin. It is Tuesday, October 2nd, 2018. I just ran up a hill. It's a big hill, as you can see. There's a cow. I don't know. What's the San Luis Obispo? Surprise bonus segment! There's a llama in this field. Look at him, he's so fuzzy.